Turn on the Force.
Hello there! I'm Jedi Joy.
I'm Jedi Jill.
And welcome back to Jedi Twins Banter.
And today we have our one-on-one with Katee Sackhoff.
Right, we're so excited to bring that to you and the information we got there.
Yeah.
But before we do, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons below.
And turn on notifications.
That's right.
Here we go.
Okay, so before we get into the good stuff, we're going to do the reveals and the pipeline and
from the San Diego Comic-Con this past week.
That right, from the San Diego Comic-Con this week.
So we'll just kind of go through it real quickly.
Right.
So we had some reveals. The holiday figures. There's 6 of them again. There's the Mandalorian Scout, the Purge Trooper, the Snow Trooper, the Jawa and Salacious B. Crumb, and we have the Ewok and the KX Security Droid.
Yeah.
That's all of the holiday editions.
Right, but I thought they all looked pretty good.
I don't know. There was 2 that I really liked when I was looking through and I saw
them all and they look cool.
Okay.
They really look cool.
We're supposed to be doing this fast. No arguing, no bantering. We're going to get to the good stuff.
All right, 3 Ahsokas that were revealed from the new Ahsoka series. We have Ahsoka herself, but that kind of is the same character that we've seen in The Mandalorian or whatever.
That's pretty close, yes.
But I might want to get her anyhow.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, so Sabine Wren and Hera Syndulla are the other 2.
Right, and one little thing I'll add is that they do have the color out for that series, the Ahsoka series. It's going to be a light blue color on the box.
Right.
Okay, and there is another re-release of the
R2-D2.
Right, and it's from the 40th anniversary from the Return of the Jedi.
Right.
But they're going to put it in a box. It's going to be labeled as a Mandalorian from the Mandalorian, so
right.
They'll have it be in that box.
It's going to be in that box,
right.
True. But hey.
Yeah, the Mandalorian line.
That's right.
Okay, so in the pipelines.
We have a Imperial Cal Kestis, Second Sister.
That's correct.
A Purge Trooper, which is an Amazon exclusive, and the Droideka. Not sure how to pronounce that. And Super Battle Droid, the Battle Droid with C-3PO head from Episode 2. Which I think it's going to be kind of
right,
cool.
And and there's a lot of droids coming out. There's going to be a lot of Star Wars fans that are very excited about that.
Yeah.
And then there's also the pre-order that's already gone up. And I believe in Entertainment Earth, that's where we got our pre-order. I don't know if it's anywhere else. I didn't look, but it's pre-Vizsla. It looks awesome.
Yes.
Get it.
Yep. Okay, so now the good stuff. Our one-on-one with Katee Sackhoff. So it was actually, this is all part of her podcast, the blah, blah, blah. Blah 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 with Katee Sackhoff. That's the name of her podcast. And
she was going live after the
San Diego Comic-Con
that night, and
she had her show, her podcast, blah blah blah, with Katee Sackhoff right there,
and Christian Harloff.
And she does it with Christian Harloff, who's a comedian. And so we actually, this was part of, it was called, Driving with Katee, the blah 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 with Katee Sackhoff, Driving with Katee.
Right.
And
it was after this live event, as she was driving home in her car.
Right.
And so we were on with a number of different people, but we got a one-on-one with her, and we were really excited. And when it was our time to go, we were up and we got to meet her. She's very energetic.
Yes,
very
personable,
very down to earth, very likable.
Yeah,
she was just an awesome person.
Yeah, she is.
And so I guess when we first met her, I said, "Oh, your enthusiasm is so contagious," and she basically said, "Life is filled with so much ups and downs." She also said she tries to keep her energy up as much as possible.
Right, and then I said, you should have your own comedy, stand-up comedy show, because she was hilarious.
Oh my gosh!
The pre-show, the
blah 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 with Katee Sackhoff live,
that podcast,
that live event, and
she was hilarious. Jill, she said something about.
She says, I don't want to work. What's my goal in life? I don't want to work.
That's her goal in life.
And so she starts going through all of these little explanations of I don't, doing this or doing that. And I'm not even going to begin to do that. But she was awesome and very funny. And
it was so funny. And what she said was the first time that she did stand-up comedy was with Christian Harloff. And she says she'd never do it again unless it was for charity because she was so nervous that she almost threw up in her mouth. So that was pretty cool. And there was in her podcast she had mentioned about doing pottery, and so somebody wanted to know more about her pot making,
right,
and how she's doing, and
she says I love it, but I'm really bad at it. And so she
says it helps her,
right,
it helps her to calm her, and it's another outlet away from acting,
right?
Which I get that.
Yeah, she also mentioned that she's doing bunch of pots, making a bunch of pots because they're like really bad. So all she's thinking of doing is like making them into candles. She puts wax in them and puts a wick in them, and there you go.
So I thought that was kind of funny.
She loves it and she's having fun doing it.
Right, but we did forget to mention too. They did let us know prior and a tech check that because of the strike that she couldn't talk about her work. Past or present.
Correct.
So
and also we weren't able to be permitted to record our session or audio record or anything, but we could talk about it on our show, our Sunday Banter here, Banter Sunday.
And we could show a picture of the selfie that we were allowed to take, the on-screen selfie.
And you'll see that shortly. So our one-on-one, our first question was,
okay.
Do you want to go through that there, Jedi Joy?
I think I do.
Okay.
I said I don't know if you can answer this or not, but in real life, what Star Wars character is most like your personality and why?
Katee answered, and she said she couldn't answer the question, but was able to tell us what her personality is in real life. She always has the best interest of everyone around. She said she makes mistakes, and she tries to do the right thing. And then she also said that she's incredibly loyal. And after she finished answering the question, she said that it was very difficult for her to not talk about her work, and she apologized. Yeah. And she was very sincere about that, and she really was very sad that she couldn't talk about her work.
Right, but what do you think there, Julie? I think that sounds a lot like her character that she plays.
Oh, definitely.
Bo-Katan.
Oh, it sounds a lot like Bo-Katan.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we can say it.
Yes, we can.
But she can't.
Bo-Katan, Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan, Bo-Katan. That's right. So there you have it. Oh, okay. So this next question, this was one that they posted on the screen. So they would do that and throw them up there every once in a while. And it says, what is it like acting with an AI-driven character? The final product was very good. Was it difficult for you? And
this we paraphrased this a little bit. And she said, no, it wasn't hard for her because she did a lot more work with science fiction.
Right.
Thought it was really easy for her because in science fiction, she always had to act with things not there. But it's still easier for her to act with a real human being.
Right, and I'm assuming that AI
character
is
Grogu.
Right. Which she couldn't
say. She can't talk about it.
Right, she can't talk about it.
She caught herself a few times. Almost like, I can't say that, no. So it was pretty funny.
That is. It's right. Well, when we were waiting for her to enter in to the one-on-one, because she logged on, she was waiting. They let us know she's waiting for her driver to drive the car around now, but when before she gets into the car, and that's what we're waiting with, because she's driving with Katee. She was on her cell phone, and she entered in. So I thought we were all like getting so excited, and we're like, hurry up, you know? And it's so it was kind of, they were giving us the play-by-play there, her coming, and yeah, it was kind of cool. But so let's get on to the next question.
So the next question was also a question that was put up on the screen by one of the hosts, and it says, how do you prepare for a new role? Do you use method or acting?
What we remember the most about this answer was that if she has a positive attitude when she goes on set, that in turn will influence everyone's attitude, she hopes. Most importantly for her was to be memorized, and then she would fly by the seat of her pants.
I also remember her mentioning that she likes to be spontaneous, and that she does a lot of pre-work, like such as memorization and research prior, so that she can come in and just let it rip. And that's her own words, just let it rip. And I thought that was hilarious when she said that.
Yeah. And
that was pretty cool.
It was a good answer too. And I can relate to this. I can relate to having a good attitude. But it's like Jill and I, you know, as musicians, we kind of if we show up and we're there and there's people they have bad attitudes or they're in a bad mood, it's not fun. And playing music for us is fun for us, you know. And so I was like,
right.
Well, I get what she's saying.
What she's saying. Exactly.
So, and we're always good in good spirits. We're always in good spirits.
We try to be.
Yeah, and so when we show up to places, I hope that is infectious, you know, like she does. It has a good attitude, positive attitude.
That's correct.
All right, so.
Next question.
Okay, next question.
Someone in the room had a question.
Someone in the room asked this question, and I thought this is all good one for all you both dinners out there.
Yeah.
We'll see. You'll see. I feel like there is a push online for a lot of strong female character types to not ever have a love interest, and that I wanted to know what you feel about it.
Katie's answer was,
right.
She said she agreed with this person's question 100%. So Katee said when they write women characters, they tend to write the thing that woman does, and then that becomes the thing that she is. And she said that everything that comes into your life makes you more well-rounded, and you learn from it. And she said there's no reason why a leader can't also be a mom. She then went on to talk about playing strong characters and making them vulnerable. And a lot of people didn't agree with that. People thought that she was weak, and she said, no, it's not weak. Vulnerability is the strongest thing about them.
I agree with that, being a woman.
Yes. Yep.
And, you know, we see that a lot, and more toward the end of The Mandalorian, I think. You know, where she becomes the leader, but she also is a lot more vulnerable. She's letting people in and showing emotion, and people would, you know, view that as weak, but it's not. She's actually being stronger because she's showing that, and she is a good leader, and Mandalorian, she's going to make a good leader for the Mandalorian.
Yeah, and I feel that there's no reason why there can't be a love interest in her life.
That's right. Come on, Bo Dinners. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. If you're watching, just write that in. Just write that in, and just, you know,
take care of that.
Take care of that pronto.
But I mean, you can also see it in real life. Queen Elizabeth is a good example.
Great monarch leader. You know, and she led England for a long, many years, and she had raised a family. Of course, she had a nanny and stuff too, but I mean, hey, you know, people
had to decipher between the two and what to do, and so,
you know, what did she sacrifice?
Right.
You know, what kind of decisions did she have to make that sacrificed, you know, what she had to do
with her family?
Right.
You know, did she sacrifice anything as far as the country? You don't know, but as a leader, she led, and she dealt with what she needed to deal with.
Yeah. So, I mean, she had a family, and she was a leader, so, you know, there was the two that were combined. So, yeah. Okay.
Well, I think this next question is a good one as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This question is from a specific show shot in New Mexico. And so if you all can't figure that out, it's Mandalorian. It's from the Mandalorian season 3, and it's the episode 4.
The Foundling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
This person wants to know.
how do you tap into that deep well of emotional pain to bring it to screen? Is there a switch you can turn on to put yourself in that headspace or to draw on your own personal experiences to get there?
So she said when she was younger, she had no experience to draw from, so she'd pretend in front of the mirror and make faces to imitate the faces that she saw in the movies. And she would copy other people, what they did. And then she goes on to say, too, that she spoke of an older actor teaching her how to act in 30 seconds. And she said, this person said, all you need to do is listen. And that, she said, that helped her quite a bit. And she said, also, she talked about later on in the question here, the answer, she talked specifically about having a lot of health problems growing up. And she did mention that she couldn't carry a child. She said she tried and it just didn't work. But because of that, for the first time, that specifically helped her feel connected to the character and their trauma in this specific scene that they were talking about. And that was really good.
It was. If you would have heard her answer that question, it was very heartfelt. It was
Right.
very real.
Right.
It was really nice.
Yeah. We finally got to ask another question. And so here we are. We say, we have a serious question for you, Katee. That's how we put it. And she was like, oh, okay. Both Jill and I, as we said, are physically disabled ourselves. We've overcome many obstacles. What do you do to overcome any obstacles that you may have had in your life?
Yeah, Katee, I can remember her words. It was like, oh my gosh, this is a good one. I totally remember that. And what I can remember from this answer was she said something special that she does when she's going through something. She said she gives herself 10 minutes a day to feel sorry for herself, and then she moves on. And she also said that she had cancer at age 27, which I had not realized. That was enlightening. And she said, we're given what we can handle, and no one's struggles are the same. She said, if we've been given it, we can handle it. She also added, I can remember this, that she had some doozies in the last couple of years. And then I think she finished up by saying something about if she tries to learn from everything, and then she turns it into something that she can help people around her as well.
Right. I thought that was another good answer.
Very, very good.
Yeah, right. So it is true. Everyone's obstacles, they're and what they go through, they're very different.
Very.
And the intensity at which they go through them is different.
But it doesn't make it less or more for the other person. I mean,
Right.
people have their own deal. I mean, they deal with things differently. Like
Right. Some people just decide they don't want to cope with it at all. They don't want to deal with the obstacles, and they just quit.
Right.
And they shut down. And as Katee mentioned, when she went through the cancer there and dealing with that at 27, she pushed through it.
For Joy and I, we push through every day.
We do.
We have obstacles every day.
Every day.
I mean, it's as simple as something as easy as just opening up a bottle of water. I can't do that. Joy can't do that.
We can't open a bottle of water.
I mean, I guess we go thirsty, because
I know, and and you might have seen that too. I mean, some things they're like are real easy for other people. I mean, it's hard for us. On some of the reviews that we've done with the Black Series, I don't know if you noticed too. It's extremely hard. I'm like, we're trying to get the figure out the box, and we can't get it out, or we're moving the figure, and it's harder for us to move the joints on that. So it's you may see some of those things in some of the videos that we do, but that's like obstacles that we just everybody goes through obstacles, and some easier than for most and harder for others. But Jill and I, we believe on pressing through
And we do.
and moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Moving forward and doing the most and the best that we can, and just keep going. Just to keep going.
Yeah. Even the little things that we do when we're doing figure reviews is helpful, because it's moving our joints and our muscles, and it keeps us moving. As long as we're moving and doing something, it's helping.
Right. Yep.
So, I think that's it. That's for our interview.
That's right.
That was our one-on-one.
That was our one-on-one. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun for us. It was exciting for us, and I hope you liked the video. Let us know down in the comments below.
Yeah. Ask us any questions you thought we missed, or if we might be able to answer. You had something like, did she, or blah, 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 or whatever.
Right. And that's a wrap. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons below.
Turn on notifications.
Right. And if there's any links that I need to put down in the description, look for them down there. They'll be there. Just check it out. Thanks for watching. I'm Jedi Joy.
I'm Jedi Jill.
May the Force be with you.